We get the waves, bro.
Yo, wave check.
Start getting the do-rag out, dude.
Oh wait, jumping right into it. So Warmer Falco versus Leighton Puff. So this is a really weird matchup. I feel like neither of these characters kind of, when you think of matchups, like they don't dump on each other. Like they have some guarantees, like up throw, up air, and like Falco has some down.
Jesus, dude, he's down through F smash.
Ooh, yo,
wow.
caught him. That was actually
Caught him
super
out.
smart. So, ooh, caught the jump. So the platform tech chases is super big in this matchup because that's kind of all Puff has when she pops up on the stage. So if he doesn't get those immediate rests on the tech read, or gets for an up air to mess up the tech and read.
Yeah, or an edge guard. If he doesn't get some state of advantage, he's in a bad scenario. And
Well, yeah, that's how it works. It's disadvantage. Good insight, Mitch.
he should try to hit him or be in a position to hit him instead of not.
Yeah, so Leighton kind of, it's one of those things.
Oh man, gets clipped by the downer again.
Even though, ooh, little sloppy, ooh, slow
And he
roll up over
dies.
100. Yo, he gets that. So I'm noticing Leighton, he slowed down and started to pick a spot there, but I'm worried that he's kind of too late in like the stock count. Like he's at huge disadvantage in stocks, huge disadvantage momentum-wise, and even though Puff one grab away, he's kind of not adapting heavily enough. Like he's mixing in some weights, but he's still overall scrapping. And I feel like the rush down, like scrappy style, that's what Warmer eats for breakfast. Like
He's got to be careful just outside of the platforms because 2 times he got clipped by that down air.
think of how many silver 2 foxes Warmer has farmed in his day. They all nair. He knows. Ooh, nice forward smash calling out the late tech chase with the grab.
I feel like, I don't know, it doesn't, like Warmer's just throwing out the hitboxes and Leighton's kind of there.
Yeah, so that's kind of the style difference. I think in terms of style, Warmer is a hard style counter for Leighton.
Ooh. Look at that! What is...
That was a super smart trade there. Not only did he win the game, but it showed that he's not afraid off ledge. So when he's off stage like that, most Falcons would just side B, like they're scared.
Yeah.
But he understood the situation. He recognized I'm at advantage. If he down airs there, he's dead, and he went for it. And even if he did whiff, that's a good sign. He's showing that he's confident in the matchup, and he's confident in the head-to-head here. So what I want to see from Leighton here is I want to see him space a little bit more. I want to see him waveland on the platform trying to bait things out. Gets the pound, reads the roll in, super smart there. Falco has really notoriously bad rest punishes. Reads the slide off, gets a quick 35, but even then, like, how much is that really worth?
Yeah, so it's interesting because for some reason, Leighton was off stage that entire game.
Ooh, reads the roll in. Ooh, nice. He holds in on the second down air, unfortunately. I feel like stage positioning is one of those things that, like, while you have to be fearless against Puff, and because Puff isn't fearless herself, that you need to match her on that, like, mentality level, you do need to be cognizant of where Puff is. Like, right there, that was great situational awareness, where if he went for a follow-up off that dare, he could have got grabbed or counter hit, so he retreated and let Puff kind of go fly into his arms.
Yeah.
And even though he lost the... Ooh.
Oh my god.
Super smart jump read.
Leighton needs some stage control. I don't know how he's gonna get it, especially at this early percent.
He's just getting... Ooh, he hits these. He hit... Yeah.
Yeah.
My man's notched.
I don't know. He's just not a... He's just, like, jumping in the corner, and
Yeah.
Warmer's coming in with these lame-ass down airs that would lose to almost any other option outside of jump.
Yeah,
and
so
he just keeps jumping.
What that is Warmer is reading the drift back down air, because what Puffs will do there is, have you seen like Annabelle? It's like they're sitting in the hallway, like, come out and play, like the horror movie type shit. So
Yeah.
like he fades back with like the fair, and he's trying to bait Falco to approach there, and instead of kind of getting himself into that sequence, Warmer is saying fuck that, just goes in with the full drift air and reads it and just immediately kills him. Alright, walling him out here with back airs there, both sides there. Ooh. Nice up air. He's up tilts are calling him out almost every single time. Like, Leighton's kind of getting really lazy with these drifts. Not even drifts outwards, but drifts inwards. He's always, like, trying to fight. And I feel like as soon as the other player kind of understands, like, the Puff's trying to scrap, it becomes a one-sided matchup, like, extremely.
Yeah, for sure. Like,
He's also super
literal
content.
balloon.
He's super content with just taking these lasers. And even though he doesn't get hard, like, punishes, like, he laser grab forward through laser. That's like a solid like 20%, and against Puff, every single percent matters.
I think more importantly, you just can't get killed in that sequence. You know, like that's the biggest thing is not putting yourself in a position to get grabbed. And you obviously can't get grabbed if you're controlling the Leighton.
I think that his positioning is the biggest thing that's like ruining the set for Leighton and causing Leighton to kind of get trunched here. Is that if you think about this matchup, you think of back throw gimps, you think of up throw rest, and you think of tech chase rest. He's not gotten any of that because Warmer is super cognizant of where he is and where Leighton is in relatively soon. So I think that Warmer understanding kind of like where he needs to stand and where he can't stand is really giving him so much more mileage than Leighton. And Leighton just needs to kind of slow down and relax in space. Like, even now, let's look at who interacts with who. Like, Leighton approaches.
Yeah.
Leighton approaches again. Like, that's 2 in a row.
That time it worked out, but
hits him with the Tomahawk 50-50. It's 50-50 if it's back air or the Tomahawk grab. Super smart there from him. Great start there. Like, that's what he needs. He needs a quick few gimps, quick rest. Like, he needs momentum right now. Because when you're down 0-2, especially when you got kind of...
Yeah, get those knockdowns, early percent.
He got 5 checks and he failed. And he needs to kind of reset and see what he's doing.
Yeah, for real. Like, the matchup doesn't allow... Like, if you're dying at that early percent, you need to reassess. Like, what led to that scenario?
That was just him DIing poorly on the downer, but even then, like, it's just him being complacent. Like, he's not he gets hit and he's like not ready for it. Like, he's very glass jaw where he throws in his approach, and if he was like able to like think ahead and like understand what they were going for and like accept it and like kind of min-max like the risk reward, it would be fine. But since he's not being cognizant of what like the punish is when he overextends, he's kind of getting hit and getting killed with kind of dumb, cheesy stuff.
Yeah. I'd also like to see, even though it doesn't seem like super great, like, I would like to see a little bit more shielding out of Leighton. Just like randomly shield and then do an out of shield option, because we've been seeing just random up smash and it connects because he's not shielding.
Yeah, that was super smart. He was trying to cover the space under platform, so if Leighton did a platform cancel with the back air or just drifted in, he covers both options. Leighton just needs to wait there and respect the spacing on it. It's just a mix-up that not many Falcos go for, so he wasn't expecting it. It kind of applies the same area of effect and covers the same thing that up tilt does normally.
Oh, that was a nice...
Clean edge guard rolls up. Alright, so make or break here. One grab, this is a further on set, but like, even if he doesn't get the initial grab, it's going to be really hard. Ooh, Riza jump.
Nice. Another up air.
Rest? Yeah. So, Leighton kind of getting a second win here. I'm really excited to see what the counter pick is. Normally, you would think, oh, Yoshi's, but the way that Warmer was playing, I'm more inclined to think that he's picking FD or Stadium. I think with the smaller stage, you don't think of it being advantageous for Puff, but it's Leighton, and since
you
he
want
likes
a little
to
bit of space.
Yeah.
Because Leighton is just so aggressive.
And that was one thing that I think Leighton made a really good adaptation on, is that he stopped overcommitting on the platform tech chases. Instead of going for hard reads, he would kind of let Warmer go for his option and then cover it. So, Warmer proving me wrong, going for Yoshi's. I think he's going to try to change it up a little bit and apply a little more pressure. But even now, just like there, he's going in a lot more. Like, compared to other games, he's dictating the pace a lot more, whereas he would kind of let Leighton like, play his game and then just, like, counter it.
And, like, he's going for grab, which I don't think I even saw once in the first 2 games. Because he was just hitting him. You know, you don't need to grab if you're hitting him, but we're seeing the adaptation from both Leighton and Warmer to the shielding of Leighton.
So he didn't want to go for the rest there, didn't want to take the percentage. I think trading there is fine though, honestly. So I think this matchup, especially like Puff is one of the most momentum-based characters because she has an insta-kill. So that's the biggest momentum killer that Melee has. So I think even if you trade and take 20-30%, it's worth it because you're kind of stopping your momentum. Warmer came out the gate with some heat. He's applying a lot of pressure. And from Leighton's point of view, maybe he's scared that he can't like keep up. But like kind of not going for that rest scares me because he's not really confident in playing this game. It shows he's a little afraid and he feels like he needs a direct advantage. Ooh, Riza jump there, super smart.
Yeah, nice.
Messes up, tries to waveland on Randall, but he would have covered it anyway, I believe.
Most likely,
catches
yeah,
the
it's
jump.
Puff. Keeping him low. Off stage. Just holding center, you know? Oh, barely misses without up tilt.
Calls him out going for ledge.
He mixed it up that time because before he was holding strictly in the center, like dead ass right in the middle. But this time he's willing to walk up and do the F smash and he gets rewarded for it. And nope, doesn't get the conversion off of that up tilt chain.
I'm starting to notice now that Leighton's getting super like comfortable with like calling out his jumps and his wavelands onto platforms with up airs, and I think that that's a super crucial moment. If Leighton can kind of, even at the stock discrepancy, he can get a lot of value out of that. It's just Warmer came out with so much heat.
Oh, that was dirty.
Super smart there, calling the dash back with the up smash.
Yeah, very good spacing and presence of mind to know that that laser would connect into the up smash. All right.
Covering it there. He wants to go for the up air, doesn't get it. So I think that Warmer right now, he's thinking he needs to play slow, he needs to be very cognizant of what he's doing, but Leighton's gonna kind of try to shark him here. He knows that if he lets Leighton play his game, the stocks don't even matter. Like, even that, like, SD, like, he has such an advantage that if he doesn't get immediately up air, he can kind of just let Leighton play into his hand.
Oh! Now it's a game, dude. Now it's a set.
Leighton telling me it's not over yet. Good DI on the F smash. Okay, 60% is nothing to scoff at, though.
Killable. Winnable.
Down tilt kills here. Another 10% up air. Will maybe kill if he's up the top off shine.
Dead.
Yep. Good game.
There we go.
But I feel like both of them played pretty well. I think Leighton kind of failed on the adaptation part. Like, he was kind of struggling. Warmer did kind of hit him with a few style changes. Like, he threw in a little bit of rush down. While he was kind of patient and waiting and trying to, like, let him fall into his moves, there was a little bit of rush down thrown in here and there, and I don't think Leighton was ready for that.